baby. Oh no. Wow. That didn't end well. That's right. I'm just gonna kill this motherfucker. What's up, dude? There we go. That works. Bet you didn't know that worked. Right, Judd Hirsch. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, wait,
That's how you win fights, people. That's how you win fights.
that should make me feel
Yeah.
You want some too?
Yeah, this game has some glitches.
Cheers.
Mine's at 75.
Dude, this is looking kind of badass right now.
I'm at
Dude, yeah, it is.
I'll do that later. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, let's go. Let's do it.
We're seeing some health now. We're seeing some health.
Solid block. If you block him, you can parry.
Hey, no helping on it. Why? Don't slap fight.
Yeah. I'm like first to do it. Shit. Shit. I'm on fire.
It'd be so funny if I pulled out a knife and threw it in the middle and the ring.
Dude, our guys are like hardy. They're taking a beating. I have no stamina. Fuck.
We're just not gonna talk about Hardy.
That's right, dude.
I put a fire there so you're not cold. Stamina will faster. Ooh, we got the blocks coming in. Look at that. Rock's actually dead. I like this. Oh, hey, Rock.
Hey, watch the arena, okay?
Keep hitting me, you're gonna lose real fast.
Nat, what's up? You came in at a strange time in the stream.
We're fighting to death for a pickaxe.
We're fighting for the use of a pickaxe.
The other option is just to build one, but okay.
It's going really good. We've built a huge town. It's going so good that we can do stupid shit like this and be okay. Build a ring and fires. Yeah.
Destructive heat is just making you smell like beef broth.
Well, I am a lover, not a fighter.
Obviously, I'm the more of a lover than you are. I got freaking 30 kids.
You don't have to be a lover to have kids, dude.
Oh yeah? Here we go.
Oh.
Word cannot express how much I don't know what the fuck that just was.
The power back here.
So,
That's what that was, baby.
Wow!
Wow.
I had him on the ropes, and then he activated that. He activated that power, or whatever it was, and
How do you... Wait. You steal his shit?
Instantly or it's kinda like your shit?
Why can I not cheer?
You can look at your shit.
That's what it. Oh, I can't spell. Yes! Alright. Fuck yeah. I feel like I cheated because I'm just like the power back here. Of course Rock had it too. I've like pointed that out. He didn't. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming to the second, or maybe third, community Q&A / AMA. Ask Me Anything here on Destructive Media. So I want to start off with a couple things here. I just want to thank all the new subscribers. I think it was just a couple days ago. What was it? Monday, Tuesday. It's been a long week. A good week, not a bad week, but it's been a long week. I think we celebrated 5K 5K subscribers on the channel. Thank you so much. I think right now we're up to 6,100 something. So that's been amazing. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Hello, Tequila Silver. I want to thank you all for watching the channel, subscribing to the channel, commenting, liking the videos, adding me on Twitter. The support the past 2 weeks now, and before that, has been amazing. So thank you all. I also want to bring up my Patreon supporters. Thank you to all my new Patreon supporters this week. I've had a lot of new people on my Patreon. That's been crazy. So thank you all so much. Blows my mind that you want to support what I'm doing here. And I do appreciate that. Rachel Holt, hello. Sherry Hirschko, hello. Sorry if I butcher your names. It's kind of like when you go live, you just instantly can't say people's names. So sorry if I don't say your names right. I'm going to try to not butcher them. UWU, hi. You were here way before the stream, so thank you for coming in so early and waiting. I appreciate that. I did notice your chat message because I had to start late. A couple things came up. It's really cold where I'm at. My house is a piece of crap, and some things happened, and I needed to try to fix some things. But anyway, yeah, I just kind of wanted to take some questions from the Q&A, or from the community. A Q&A, answer some questions you all had. I was going to take questions from my Patreon supporters first, and I did have a question on there today. I did answer it on the Patreon, but they asked what's been my favorite BTS song so far, like what I've been looking forward to the most for BTS, what I'm looking forward to. What I'm looking forward to the most for my BTS stuff, hi Marina, hello, is I'm looking forward to hearing RM, his solo work. I know he's kind of like not like the lead of the group, but he does a lot of the writing. I'm interested in his writing the more I'm reading up on it, because he seems to have a lot of philosophy in his lyrics, a lot of like esoteric kind of meanings and stuff. He's making all these references that are really, that you really got to dig into, and it's really interesting. He reminds me of Maynard from Tool, same kind of writing. So I'm really looking forward to hearing more RM, especially the ones that have been requested a lot, which has been Joke. I think Joke has been the most requested. So I really want to hear that one. And then they asked if I have a background in music, and I did answer this at my last Q&A. I don't have a background in music. I don't play any instruments. I did play in band in high school, junior high into high school. I know my last Q&A I said that too, and for some reason I said trumpet. I played trombone and tuba. I was not good at either. I was really bad, actually. But I was in band for quite a few years. I did enjoy it, even though it was not, I'm not musically talented. When I was a child, my mom did get me guitar lessons. I did that for a few years. Could never really adapt to it. So fortunately, I'm not quite musically talented. I'm more into writing, the writing side of music. I love the music, but I'm really drawn to the lyrics more than anything. In high school, I took AP English, which is like advanced placement English for college courses when I was in high school. That was like my favorite class to go to. We would do creative writing. I loved writing my own things, writing stories, reading short stories, reading classic novels and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm coming at my reactions from the lyrical point of view more than the music. I love music. I'm a music lover. All day I'm listening to music. I'm cleaning, I have music on. I'm chilling, playing video games, I have music on, unless it's like a game you need to listen to, like a story game. Right before the stream, I had music on. I had my headphones on. Right here, I was jamming to music to get myself calmed down and into the mood. Into the mood, but into the groove of just, talking to you guys. Music is a big part of my life. So That's why I started this channel. Because I noticed a lot of people reacting to Tool, because I watch a lot of Tool reactors. They never would focus on the lyrics, which is fine. I mean, there's a lot to soak in there. I'm watching them for more, I want to hear the music side of things. RM is one of the main lyricists, yeah. So I'm like, well, I want to focus more on the lyrics and like tell people more about the lyrics instead of just leaving, a comment, which I would try and it never got answered or anything like that. So I was like, well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to start a channel and see if I can do it. Growing pains were hard, especially if you watch my old videos. You'll see my growing pains were pretty hard. I didn't like to be on camera too much. Listening to music I already knew. I wasn't reacting to it. And that was one thing too. I wanted the channel to not be an overreacting type channel. It's just me listening to music that I like, or new music people want me to listen to. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And so far it's been really fun. I mean, the musical journey I've been on just so far in the past year has been great. I've discovered a couple new artists that I love, besides BTS, Porter Robinson, Corpse Husband. I liked one of his songs. I didn't like his other song, but I did like his one song. And then Aesthetic Perfection, I found a band by, or a song by Aesthetic Perfection that was really good. So just in the short amount of time I've been doing the channel, I've found new music that I, never heard about before, probably would have never heard about it before. Just letting my playlist go through on like Spotify or Google. Because I feel like it always plays the same stuff. Like I'm always hearing Mudvayne, Korn, Tool, Deftones, System of a Down. It's like, I want to hear different stuff, but it's hard to go outside of your comfort zone, But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the main reason why I started this, was, mainly that. But yeah, I mean, if the community has any questions or chat has any questions, I'd be happy to take them. Because on Patreon, I did only have one question. They just wanted to know that. Yeah, I guess talking about future projects, I have been talking about it on the community tab on the channel. I've been kind of bringing it up. For those of you that didn't watch the previous community Q&A, I'm hoping to do this big project where I'm going to show that RM and BTS and their albums, Persona and Shadow, especially, and the ones that are in the comments. I've been writing down your stuff and taking notes from your comments. And Tool's album, Anima, specifically, have a lot of things in common. That there is two seemingly different genres of music that are writing about almost the same exact thing. There's this band, I forget where Maynard's from and Tool's from, but somewhere in the United States that's been around since the 80s. They've been around for a long time. That's been writing like this esoteric lyrical things that they're kind of like a niche band over here. They're big, but like not a lot of people are like super into Tool. They just know Tool for like more of their music videos is mainly what people know Tool from. But yeah, their lyrics are super, super deep when you dig into them. And going into BTS, I was surprised that link was there. I was like, wow, like one of my favorite bands is Tool. One of my favorite things is breaking down Tool lyrics, and this Korean band of these 7 gentlemen that are seemingly pop, they're not, are writing about the same exact things. So I wanted to see their point of view on it, and so I'm really excited about this project. I'm really excited about this Tool BTS crossover. RJ Birmingham, glad to watch this one live. Yeah. My aunt's in chat. Bry's aunt. That's what everybody calls me in my family is Bry. Everybody asks like, what's a good nickname? I guess it's that. What's a good Tool song to start with? 46 and 2 is definitely directly linked to Carl Jung and his theory of the shadow and persona. But the whole Anima album is linked to it. But 46 and 2, it's specifically talking about the human evolution with 46 chromosomes plus 2. Not to go too deep into it, but that's like the next step of human evolution is you strip away gender identity. It's like the anima and the animus. Men will have female traits, female will have male traits. There's no gender bias or anything like that. I'm kind of touching on it. It's hard to really go into it quickly, but that's basically what 46 and 2 is about. It's evolving to the next step of human evolution where consciousness is one thing, we're one people, we're not separated by gender, race, all that stuff. Jung's work has been used by many songwriters. Hi, Laura. Bryzant. Yeah, he exactly what Corey said last night. Yeah. It's funny because my aunt, who turned me on to BTS, first saw my reaction video and was like, "You should listen to more BTS." Her husband is really, really into like heavy metal. That's where I get a lot of my music taste from. I grew up with my uncle. He lived with us a few times, and we lived with them and stuff. But I grew up riding around with him, hearing Metallica and AC/DC. God, there's so many more, but like Tool, Offspring. So like that's where I get a lot of like my heavy metal taste. So it's funny that like my aunt is in here now being like, you should listen to more BTS, when my previous music tastes come a lot from my uncle and my father. But yeah, my uncle probably knows a lot about Tool, like Anima, 46 and 2. That's like the very direct, obvious link to Carl Jung's work. The rest of the albums, it touches more on his other theories and stuff like that. But Tool's awesome too, because their other album, Lateralis, they actually have a song that follows the timing of the Fibonacci sequence, the number sequence, the timing sequence. And yeah, so they're talking about the golden spiral in the song that's to the timing of the Fibonacci sequence. If you know anything about the Fibonacci sequence, it directly relates to the golden spiral, which is the mathematical thing of the universe. It follows, I'll go too far into it. But that's what Tool writes about. That's their music. It's not just like, oh, this is about sex. On the surface, that's what it's about. But then you go far into it, and they're singing about the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, Carl Jung. They're crazy. Tool is really crazy, and I'm super excited that BTS is like that. That on the surface, it's about love and not superficial, but like easy to read things for people to digest in quickly and easily to get into the song. But then when you dig deeper into it, there's like layers and layers and layers of meaning in the song, just like Tool. It's like, wow, I'm really going to like the BTS journey, even more so now that I know that the lyrics are really deep into it. First live for me, missed the other. That's fine. I'm looking forward to Tool. My husband listens to Tool and Anima. Yeah, it's Anima, same as Animus. It's Anima. Yeah. I heard of them, but never dived into it. Could be a gateway. They are really good. You might have to pull up the lyrics because sometimes Maynard is a little hard to hear. He uses some weird voice things, voice compression techniques, but he is actually a very talented singer. He can get to very high octaves. He's an opera singer, actually. He's one of the few rock singers besides Freddie Mercury that can hit certain notes. But yeah, have lyrics pulled up because he sometimes sings through a megaphone. It's the more you hear Tool, the more you're gonna love it. The whole band is super talented. They're classically trained musicians. Their guitarist did the special effects for Terminator 2. He did all their videos. They're geniuses in their own rights. Much love from Algeria. Hey, thank you. Sugar. Hello. It'd be also interesting to look at all the cultural differences and words used to discuss Jung's concept that each group uses in their song. That would be interesting, but it would be hard for me to do that because I don't know a lot of Korean cultural references, so I would really have to look that up, which I'm open to for sure. Much love waiting for BTS live. All right, yeah. Some BTS songs have like 3 to 4 layers. Every actor seems to get something different. Yeah, that's the cool part about music is even if it has one meaning, you can pull different meanings from it. Just from your past, what you've been through in your life, how you see the world. That's why I love doing System of a Down reactions. I really, really love their stuff, and I know their music well, which is why I usually react to their live performances I've never seen before, because I know their music. You can get something different from their lyrics every time. They never really say what their lyrics are about, so System of a Down's good because even if there is one meaning or 3 or 4 meanings, you can get 5 or 6 from it because you can just put yourself in the song and get context and meaning from the song by putting yourself into it. That makes sense. Maybe I'm talking out of my butt. I don't know. Hi from Pakistan. Hello. The other thing is that they put many Jung's concepts in the music videos. Always remember that BTS is a performance group. Yes, dance and images are part of it. They have a lot of what I've been reading from the comments is a lot of their music videos have very subliminal or like symbolic stuff. They're very symbolic. They seem like they make no sense, but they're symbolic when you know the background. So I know a lot of people have been saying like, please look into it before you watch the music video because you're going to be so confused. Thank you for that, because I want to do a reaction, but it would be nice to have some context before I go in. That would be nice. Just dropping in to say good morning, Parallax. Good morning. Listened to a few Tool songs last night. I'd never heard of them before. Thanks for recommending them. You're welcome, CCX. I was so happy last night that people were like listening to Tool and they're like, thank you for recommending. I'm like, yes. I'm converting Tool people. Yeah, I know Meatloaf. For those of you that don't know, he did pass away. I grew up hearing Meatloaf. I'm not like a huge Meatloaf fan. I just know of his big popular songs. My father used to listen to him and stuff. He was 74 and passed away. That's really sad. Hello from Ireland. Hello, Hope Valentine. There are people who make videos explain their songs. It's very helpful because they are natives of Korea. Yep. Yeah, see, the problem is I also want to do a blind reaction. So I don't want to watch a bunch of videos where I see the video. So I mainly have to read it. But I would probably do that more for the Carl Jung videos because I'm not so much reacting to the videos as I'm more trying to understand the connections between them. So when I do the BTS Tool crossover videos, I will look into that more and watch. Because I know BTS people really like longer videos. So when I do the BTS reaction that ties into the Carl Jung philosophies and stuff like that, I'm planning to watch an explanation video and then watch the music video, my BTS reactions. I know more of the Tool side. So my Tool videos, it will be more, I'll react to a live performance or the music video, and then I'll explain what I know, fact check some stuff. Because, they're from my native country. I know their language. But BTS, I will probably watch an explanation first, then watch the music video, and then try to understand it. And then in the comments, you can give me more context of what I've seen. And then, it's kind of like a community project. I'm going to try to give the most accurate information I can across as clear as I can, but I'm going to make mistakes. Like I said, I just got into BTS. I don't know Korean culture. I don't know a lot of Korean languages, or even how it sounds. I'm getting more into it now because I'm starting to watch more things. But feel free to fact check me in the comment section. I will not be offended if you're like, yo, that was completely wrong. I'm not going to be mad at all. Um, so thank you, Tequila Silver. I will, when I do the 46 and 2, I would love to do explanation videos of people that are native to Korea that explain it first and then watch the music video. Thank you for doing a live. Hi from the Philippines. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. We feel the same as Army. When someone takes a closer look than what meets the eye, we're excited to see you go through this journey. Well, thank you. I'm excited to go through the journey. I feel like I'm like right on the edge and I'm about to get pushed, and I'm gonna be like, woo, fly down it, and I'm gonna love it. Great example of the song "Lie." The performance with the red and white light, the style of the dance, and part of the lie. There are also tons of lies going beyond the lyrics of the song. Okay. I'm excited to see you react to the BTS vocal line, live House of Cards. I haven't done any vocal line yet. Hardly any. Sorry, I need to drink some stuff here. Some coffee from Caribou. The coffee chain in my country. I like longer videos because it gets in depth and one's opinions and thoughts, and then react to an end video because it opens the door to discussion. Exactly. That's what I want more to out of my BTS videos. I have so many requests, which, you know, feel free to drop a request in any of my community tabs, on my Patreon, at me on Twitter, in any comment section of my videos. But that being said, when you drop it in the comments of my videos, I literally have like 300 right now or more. So I take a picture and I put it in there. But at this point, the comment section is like more of a discussion where I'm trying to learn more about BTS. Like I said, feel free to put suggestions down. I love, having them. But it's more beneficial to put them on my community tab under comments there, or just at me on Twitter. My Twitter link is in my about section. Just because, like I said, my BTS requests are huge right now. I mean, I have a whole Google Drive folder full of them. So, yeah. Really think you should do the music video first, then the explanation? Okay, Mark. I would be open to that. I would be open to it. Yeah, I suppose because I watch a music video, try to see what I take from it, and then watch an explanation and see. Yeah, that's a very interesting concept too. I'm very open to that. You haven't done the introduction to BTS yet? No, I have not. You will go down that hole. Yeah, rabbit hole. I recommend the channel, A Piece of Korean Culture, when you have doubts about terminologies. It's one of the best channels, but also very underrated. Yes, I will do that. The problem is I got to do some of that in my free time, and I don't have a lot of free time because I do run another gaming channel. I have a full-time job and kids and a wife, but my free time I am trying to soak in more about BTS and stuff and read about them and try to educate myself. And yeah. You love the idea of a community project. Pick a song and the community works with you. You could do a couple of videos like you did with Augusti. Yeah, I would love that. Because like the way it's gone so far, it's like I can get these facts, but then there's more facts. I post a video, but then there's more facts, and I ask in the community tab, and there's a bunch of facts there, and it's like I feel like no matter how much I gather, there's always going to be more, and I want people to know as much as they can. So instead of having to Google, they can just go down to the comment section and learn even more. So probably when I do the videos, I'll be like, if you know more facts, if you know more things, let me know down in the comments. If you want to know more facts or fact check things, check in the comments. I can also make community posts on my YouTube page here. Just kind of be like, hey, drop the facts you know about this song. I just dropped this video. If I missed anything in the video, let me know here on the community tab so we can have a really good discussion back and forth. Because the community tab it's a little easier to have a conversation back and forth than just, the hundreds of comments that are in my videos, which, thank you all so much, but it's hard to keep track of a good conversation when there's that many comments, But yes, music video first and explanation. So that's two people for that. Mark and RJ say music video first and explanation. All right. I am. And Black Cap Chickadee. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. People want the music video first, then explanation. I will do that. Just have a 1 or 2 sentence about the music video before going in. All right. Yeah. I will do that. I'll try to. Like I said, I'm also doing other reactions too besides BTS. I'm going to be doing Juice World. Dax just put out a new song. Still Dre. With Dr. Dre. I really want to hear that. It came on my my playlist the other day, and I was like, oh, change the song. It sucks because like I have to sometimes when I'm in my car like decide if I want to hear a song or if I want to do a reaction to it, and it's like, well, I might have to wait like a month to hear this song now. I've been waiting so long to hear Juice WRLD's full Fighting Demons album. Every time there's a new song, I skip it. I'm just like, I want to hear Rockstar in his prime so bad. So yeah, I'm gonna get those videos out too, because I love Juice WRLD. That's good writing. I know you guys love good writing, and yeah, Juice WRLD had very good writing because all of his writing was done right then and there. He never knew what he was gonna say before he went into the studio. He would just go in and record 10 songs right off his top of his head. And he has like 3,000 songs, and he was only making songs for like 5 years, and then he died. So it's like, holy man, that guy was amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, bad typing. I am a horrible typer. Don't feel bad. The main reason I say that is the explanations are the view and theories of the creator, not necessarily confirmed by BTS. You can always revisit this. Oh, good point, Mark. Good point. I'm glad you're going at your own pace. I think it's best when you choose how you want to go down the BTS rabbit hole. Please do not feel like you need to rush because there's always time. Exactly. I'm not going anywhere. This channel, like I said, I do this for fun. This channel is not my job. I do it for creative outlet to stay sane. So like I'm not putting out videos just to put out videos to get views. So blah blah. I'm doing it because I want to put out videos. I'm not gonna put out a video. I said this before. If it's not done, if I haven't uploaded in 3 or 4 days, it's like, what's going on with it? It's because I'm working on a video. I'm not going to put it out just to get views. I also don't get paid for any of this. I don't get paid for my reactions. I don't monetize any of my reactions. I do monetize these live streams. And I do monetize my other videos that have no copyrighted music in them. But if I'm doing reactions, it's purely just because I'm having fun doing them. I'm going to go at my own pace. I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to learn things. I want to learn things, and I want to get across some sort of education if I can in my video as well, with my tool, my BTS ones. My other, ones are kind of just for fun. Just random songs I'm going to do. It's just because I want to hear them. I don't want to like go really in depth with them and really pull out the lyrics, maybe probably with Dax or Juice WRLD or other random things like that. Just because I want to listen to a song and I want to record. But yeah, I've never felt like you guys are like, you need to get out BTS stuff. I'm going to get them out, and I hope you guys will watch them, and I hope you watch my other ones too. Not just the BTS ones. And you guys have been watching a lot of my previous videos. I know a lot of my System of a Down ones have been getting quite a few views, and you guys have been commenting on those. So, if you love System of a Down, I got quite a few reactions of them. Yeah, Yuga 12. There's no rush from you guys at all. Same music video, then explanation. All right. Music video, then explanation. That's what I'll do. Sorry, I've had a very long morning. It's it was very cold this morning and some pipes froze in my bathroom and I had to get up like really early and unfreeze them. But yeah. Fun times living right by Canada. All right. Speaking of after my stream, I get to go work down there. Yay. Good morning. The things behind me is actually a lie. It's a green screen. There's nothing behind me. This is all a lie. But they, the picture is all of, it's like physical media over the decade. So there's records, CDs, cassette tapes, VHS tapes. There's 8 tracks. There's guitar amps and speakers. RJ Birmingham. Oh my God! Thank you for that $10 for that super chat or donation. Thank you so much. That's great. Everything you guys donate is gonna go right to the channel. To upgrade my camera. I'm hoping to upgrade my camera. I'm getting new lighting soon, thanks to my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much. That's amazing. $10. Holy man. Sorry I have to go, but you're looking forward to this journey with you. Doing these lives has really drawn me in. Oh, well, thank you for coming to my lives. Thank you so much. The fact you guys are like coming and talk to me, I mean, I love doing these lives. Coming in and talking to you guys, like I'm having a blast right now. It's great. So let me go up here. The things behind me, yeah. It's all a lie. Can you react to Augusty the Last? I believe that's on my list. But I will eventually get to Augusty more. Like I said, there's so many requests right now. I'm trying to get through them. I was so surprised when you did all the research for Dechita. Thanks for that. It's interesting to hear your point of view. Yeah, I tried to do some research. I don't know how accurate or good it was. I was just trying to go off of some stuff I heard in the comments and go to DualSet. Because a lot of people said DualSet was a pretty good source. Besides DK TV, which they didn't have too much on Dechita. They have more like BTS stuff. I did look on DK TV before I did my my Dechita music video lyric deep dive, and I couldn't really find anything that was like, I watched a couple things and I'm like, yeah, you know. But I have been watching that channel quite a bit to try to learn more things. I'm wondering if you would like Michael Jackson's artistry. He's also made a variety of genres. I actually do like Michael Jackson in his early years when he did more blues and stuff. He was amazing. I don't mind Michael Jackson actually. His music is very good. Believe it or not, when I was a teenager, my cousin Ryan and I, Brian and Ryan, yeah, I have a cousin named Ryan. We used to listen to Michael Jackson and jam out to him. Weird kids. The Last by Augusty deals with heavy topics, so just a warning, be emotionally prepared for that. Thank you. I didn't get into lyrics until BTS, and that's all I do now. Yeah, that's what Tool did for me. I was like, wait, songs have meanings like that? What? The SOD reaction videos are very good. Oh, thank you. That was when I first started coming on camera to do my reactions. Because I was like, I don't know why people want to see me watch music. And then somebody's like, you should go on camera, man. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go on camera. I don't know why, but it's more about the lyrics, but okay, not the reaction. You're really determined to make Brian cry. Yeah. This is not the Make Brian Cry channel. Come on now. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I know a lot of you have subscribed because of the tier, the outro tier live video. So yeah, thank you for watching that. Thank you for all the kind comments on there and stuff. That video really blew up, of course. No, like I said, I don't mind. Like BTS says, just love yourself. That's why I didn't edit out anything. So it was what it was. Well, now you're getting a lot of input of BTS, so I can say is enjoy the journey. I am enjoying it already. DK TV is more about the cultural references in the songs. Okay, that's probably why I didn't really see anything. Because like I already know that Dechita was like the music that they would play, the army would play for the king, or the army when they would come, you know, and the villagers would have to get the hell out of the way and stuff like that. Or, you know, watch the king come by or whatever. Then he actually sampled that and put it in the song, and that's what you hear in the background is that the actual stuff. It was cool. It was cool. That's what you're here for. Yeah. For lyric video, you recommend Dolly 6137. They have the best translation. They are the easiest to read. Okay, thank you. Is my heater on?
Gold.
Sorry, it's really cold in here, and I have a space heater right there. I'm like, got the chills. Have a great day. You too. Thank you. Hey, just got here. Interested in that Tool BTS project you mentioned. Yeah, I talked a lot about it in the beginning of the stream. I was kind of talking kind of fast. My coffee's starting to get to me. But yeah, I am super excited for that project. It's gonna be quite the undertaking. But I'm excited. Especially on the BTS side. That's gonna be a lot of research for me. I know a lot about the Tool references, but I'm gonna try to do it justice on the BTS side. And yeah, like I was saying, it's gonna be more of a community project on the BTS videos. I'm gonna do music videos first and then explanations. That's what everybody wants. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the music video and then the explanation of the BTS songs related to Jungin, which is so many, and RM. And then in the comments and in my community posts, I want it to be more like a community project. Feel free to request songs in those videos, but I'm not going to be really taking screenshots from that. It's going to be more like, here's some more facts, or here's some things you got wrong, or you misunderstood, or I want it to be like a community thing. It's something that we're all going to learn together, fact check each other. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, actually. I think it's going to be something that we can all learn things from. I'm going to learn a lot. I'm hoping you all learn a lot. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it. They also have them organized by album and include the Japanese releases. Okay. Okay. I like reactions because it gives another perspective. Plus, it gives me that I'm not alone in my thoughts and opinions. Yeah, right? That's how I felt about Tool stuff. I'm like, am I like seeing music emotionally affect someone or connect with somebody is always cool to see, especially when it's a band you like. The beauty of music is that lyrics are poetries that turn into melodies. Well, yeah. Music is, I said it before, it's your soul and your thoughts written down that you're performing. At least that's what I see it as. The video for Dechita from DK is worth a watch, especially for the first. Yeah, I did watch that, but a lot of it was what I already knew. That's why I didn't include it in the video. Plus, like, some channels don't like when you use their video in your video. I don't know if they mind, but I watched it. I'm like, okay, I think I know most of this. So there are some summary videos, explanation videos surrounding the Jungin topic as well. I assume Army wants you to listen to BTS songs by themselves first. So yeah, they want me to like know first about it, but like I said, I guess people want me to do music videos first and songs first and then explanations, which I'm completely up to. I will do that. This project is exciting and sounds fun. Yes, like I said, I just hope I hope I do it justice and don't like completely misinterpret a lot of things and put false information out there. That's what I'm worried about. It's like, no. But yeah, fact check. Feel free in the comments to fact check me. I'm not going to be upset. Been going through your reaction videos. Your reaction is by far the best I've watched. Most other reaction videos I watch does not really give time to understand the lyrics. Well, thank you. Like I said, that's how I go at it. I don't have a history in music. I'm more into writing. That's more my background. I'm not a writer by any means. It's what I was interested in high school and stuff. My actual job is I work in an ISP. I can't really say too much because we have a really strict social media policy. But yeah. Definitely going to be learning much. Love psychology and the different theories. Just kind of remember that Carl Jung is one of the many out there and not an absolute source of truth. Exactly. He has some views that I don't agree with. I don't really want to go into it of what they are. But like most people like that, him and Freud, and they were thoughts and theories. You don't, they're not all fact. It's just theories of things that they put out there. They were thinkers. I mean, they're very deep thoughts and very well thought out, and a lot of them seem to ring true. But yeah, they are not an absolute source of truth. I am by no way saying that everything I'm saying and talking about I believe is true and it's an absolute truth. It's just, it's an interesting way of thinking about the human experience, and I really like it. I find it interesting. I find it more interesting than Freud. A lot more, it makes more sense to me than Freud. Like Freud had many good theories, but Carl Jung seemed to have more that ring more true to me, at least. I don't know. You're doing great with your research so far. Oh, thank you. I have a university works to do, but I really want to come in and watch you live and talk to you. I just want to say stay safe and take care. Hope you have fun. Well, thank you, Yuya12. Thank you so much. Yes, you go do your work that you need to do. Don't be slacking off and watching me, like BTS says. Go do your work first. Have fun after. This video will be up later. I keep all these live things up. You can watch them at any time. So. I don't know much about Tool's lyricism. Been a minute since I listened to their music. Excited to learn from you. Well, awesome. Thank you. I do have quite a few Tool videos up already. Like I said, that's how this channel started, was just breaking down Tool lyrics. I would make a lyric video, or I would find one that was accurate, and then I would talk about the lyrics after. My Tool videos, I'm not on the screen reacting to the music. I'm actually just breaking down lyrics. So they're a little different than my format now, but and I did a lot of reading in those videos and stuff, so I have my glasses on so my eyes don't dry up. I'm not like with my contacts. So can you check on Interlude Shadow by Suga? The live one is really good. Yes, that is a very requested song, Shadow by Suga. That is on the list for sure. I will. I find lots of things more interesting than Freud. Same thing here. I'm not a fan either. I'm not a fan of Freud. I think he was talking out of his butt. Yes, theories are not facts. Psychologists strive to find explanations. They do not claim to be facts. They do research. Psychologists are empiricists. Empiricists. I think I read that right. Yes. Much like when you talk about string theory and any sort of theories of space and time and thought and human, it's all theories, because you can't prove any of this. It's all just out of the box thinking to try to explain things that are unexplainable. Why do we act the way we are? Why do we have certain thoughts? Where do thoughts come from? Why do certain people have certain personality traits than others? There's no way to answer it. They're just studying it, trying to find it, try to explain it. And if they're wrong, they will change it. Same as science. When they study space and time and all that stuff. Yeah, same thing. For me, one of the most important things when it comes to BTS music is to find good translations. I always wait even a month to read a translation that Army does. Yeah, I've noticed when I do my lyric videos, even when it's from trusted sources, when people are like, don't do those ones and those ones, there's still mistakes. It's like, there's always mistakes. Like my BTS RM Suga Juice WRLD video. I even noticed a mistake when Juice WRLD was singing. They said it was RM. I'm like, this is not RM. This is obviously Juice WRLD singing. Why are they saying that this is RM? RM did some melody with Juice WRLD, but he wasn't singing at a point. So I was kind of bummed out about that when I was doing that reaction. I'm like, well, I thought this would be accurate. It is what it is, I guess. The members have their solo projects and mixtapes, and some of them will probably be dropping new mixtapes this year. Some of the songs they make are a gift for Army are on SoundCloud. Yes, I heard that. I haven't checked out your SoundCloud yet. Spain here. I really enjoy your reactions. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate that, Brenda. or sorry, it's not Brenda, Breda. Yeah, Breda. Like I said, I'm sorry if I screw up your names. I am in a fool, a fool. But no, like I said, I'm really excited to see to dive more into the BTS side of their theories and their views on Carl Jung and psychology. Because usually when I read views on psychology, it's from Americans or Europeans. It'd be interesting to see how the Korean culture or Korean people kind of interpret that. Because, like I said, I'm from the Midwest here in the United States. We don't, I don't really know much about other cultures, to be honest with you, unless I look them up online. In school, we didn't learn any of that stuff. We only learned American history. So that's one cool thing too. I'm really liking is just trying to learn about Korean culture, because there's so much to learn. Yeah. So that's gonna be the part where I'm really gonna have to watch the explanation videos after the music videos, because that's one part I have no idea is the Korean cultural references. That's right over my head. So I'm excited to learn that. That's gonna be cool. When you get the time later, looking forward to your reaction by Mono by RM. Yes, like I said, I first took a question from my Patreon supporters, and they asked, "What am I looking forward to the most in my BTS stuff or next?" It's RM. He's one of the main writers. He's one of the main lyricists, especially for the rap line. I loved his writing on All Night. I love the fact that he writes about psychology and Jungianism. So I'm really excited to dive more into RM. A lot, especially his solo work. So yeah, Joke, Mono, or Mono. There's a couple other ones. I just saw a couple before I went live here. Somebody asked for more of that. But yeah, I'm really excited to hear more of his solo work. The entire map of the Soul 7 album is amazing. It really takes you through the journey. That's what I've been reading. He called it a playlist and not a mixtape. It takes you through the auditory journey of also while showing the moment of self-reflection. Slice of life. Oh, that's really cool. That is cool. Good translations are tricky to find, to be honest. General rule is that the ones that get out the same day as a song are often used in Google Translate. Yeah. You do not trust Google Translate. I've answered some commenters in Google Translate, and I always say, sorry if this makes no sense, because I'm using Google Translate. I translate my descriptions and titles in Spanish and Korean. Then I put subtitles that auto-generate in Spanish and Korean. And I'm I bet you this is all super inaccurate, and I'm sorry. Yeah. Agreed, Annie. Yeah, that I've heard the entire map of the Soul 7 album. In my community tab, when I've been talking about this whole project, that's been brought up a lot. They're you need to listen to that then. So yeah, I am pretty excited for that. But like I said, I'm not this is a big project. This Tool BTS crossover project, it's going to come out in parts, multiple videos. It's going to be an ongoing thing for a while. Not to get too personal, but about a year and a half ago, I got injured, and I've been injured and not working since then. I've been getting paid and stuff, but anyway, I had a bad spine injury, and I went through tons of PT, whole spine program and stuff. A couple years ago, it hurt to walk and even get up. On February 2nd, I'm going back to work full time. So when that happens, I'm really, all my free time besides to my family is going to go to this project. So it's going to come out in multiple parts. And it's going to take a while. So And like I said, it's going to be like a community project, especially on the BTS side, because I'm going to be doing all this research, and that's going to be done in my free time. But then I also have to record in my free time, if you know what I mean. And I work 80 hours, well, more every 2 weeks. So, yeah. So if I know a good source to go to when I'm not chasing down sources, it's going to be easier. So far, all I trust is DualSet. I trust DualSet. I trust DKTV. I have it. I did subscribe to that channel so I can find it easier. That's where I search everything. And then there's another website that I bookmarked too that everybody says was really good, and the person running it is a Korean who can speak English as well, and they do very good translations. And then they also have a lot of Korean cultural references that they explain. And I kind of checked out that site. But yeah, just gonna catch up with chat here. When it comes to lyrics, you only trust DualSet. Yeah, so far. It's all BTS songs. Yeah, I tried to look up All Night, and it was not on there. I was like, bummer. All Night is not on DualSet. I'll just have to go through other things. Joke music video has auto-generated lyrics. That definitely makes no sense. Look for the music video that has English subtitles are in the title. Okay. All right. Agree, DualSet is the only one. Ish, that takes you out for good. Sorry. Glad recovery. I'm actually recover. I'm going back to work. Like I said, I still, my spine is not like the best, but I avoided surgery. I avoided going on medication. I don't take medication or pain pills or anything like that. I did get a steroid shot like 8 months ago, and I did not like that, so I don't take steroid shots in my back. I've been doing just physical therapy for months and months and months, and working out in this spine program called SpineX. It's a specialized workout program where I went for weeks, multiple times a day, or multiple times a week for weeks, and I worked out and did specialized stuff. So it's been a long couple of years, to be honest with you. And the channel and doing this stuff is what's kept me sane, because I need to stay busy. My job is very time consuming and stressful. But it keeps me busy. Then in my free time, I do this. So then when I went out, I was like, oh man, I'm going to dive even more into the channel now because I need something to do, So yeah, when I go back to work, all my free time, besides hanging out with my family and stuff, is going to go to the channel. So, like I said, I'm going to try to get out stuff as much as I can, but most of my free time is going to be researching stuff. But, DKTV's never been an issue about their videos being used. They're a small business. Oh, cool. Awesome. I will include them in my videos. And I was kind of worried because like, I don't want them to think I'm like trying to use their stuff, and I don't monetize my videos that have copyrighted music in it. Because I don't want to make money. I mean, I can't, but I don't want to make money. So I'm not making money on their research or their videos. It's basically just because I want to know, You're my favorite reactor, so thank you. Can you please see Jungkook rap compilation by Ida? I love his rap. I'm sure you too. Don't worry. Don't ever apologize for your English or your typing. I understood it fine. I can understand it. Glad PT was able to help. Yeah. My doctors up here were amazing. They were. I ended up having to go down to like this. To the Mayo Clinic to like see if I needed surgery, and they're like, well, you can, but you're pretty young for spine fusion. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want that. That sounds horrible. So I just went through PT, and yeah, be going back to work finally. 90% of reactors use the videos of DKTV. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't watch other BTS reactors, so I don't know. I don't want to have their style or their views rub off on me. I want my views to be my own and from what I've researched. So yeah, I don't watch other BTS reactors. I watch one or two reactors, and they react to like Tool and metal music. So I had no idea that DKTV is using other stuff. I look forward to your videos when you release them. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Watch that video is ready. Oh, thank you, Black Cap. Oh yeah, like I said, I don't feel any stress from you guys. I don't feel like you guys are like you must have the video out. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not stressed. I like I said, this is what I do for fun. I love doing this. My job's stressful. This is not. This is great. I love that you guys will that you're waiting for, that you'll watch my videos or even just interacting with me on my tab when I make a post. That's what I love. I love talking back and forth to you guys about music or you people about music. I don't, I love that you watch my stuff, but the conversation is what's awesome. When I post on my tab, then you're all talking and we're talking about music and Tool or BTS and we're having a good conversation. That's awesome to me. So yeah, I don't feel stress from anybody here that you're mad that I'm not putting out videos or anything like that. So yeah. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of lost my train of thought. Not gonna lie. I found you through BTS. Absolutely enjoyed your videos. Appreciate the effort you put into it and the fact you're not just making faces and saying, "Oh my God, this is good." Yeah. I sometimes worry I'm boring. Because yeah, I mean I don't have a huge personality like that. I know some people do have personalities like that, and that's just how they are. Um, I'm I'm not like that. I just sit and I try to understand the lyrics, and if something's good, I mean, I'll like be like, "Oh my God, that was good." But no, I'm no actor. I wish I was. It might be easier. No. Um, but no, like I said, I don't want to talk crap about other reactors. If that's how they make their content, I mean, that's how they want to make their stuff. I'm sure lots of people have seen my stuff and they're like, well, yeah, wow, this guy's boring. So, um, more fun to them, or more power to them to have fun. But I would have to agree with you. The reactors I watch don't overreact. They just kind of try to understand the music. They sit there. They're not getting out of their chair and screaming and being like, oh. They're just giving their honest thoughts about it. So that kind of pulls some of my style from them too, I guess. Just because I want to give my honest thoughts. So, and I assume they are too. I don't know. Love you. Don't watch other Yeah, no, not BTS. I will say I do watch Key of Geebs. He does a lot of Tool and heavy metal reactions. It's KeyOfGeebes, something like that. Key of Geebs. He was a composer that breaks down Tool music on the music side, and I know a lot about Tool lyrics. So seeing a composer break down the timing of their music is amazing. And he's like saying like, oh, he's singing in the key of D, and so is the band's also playing in the key of D. I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. So I do watch him. I do watch reactors react to what I like, but I don't watch BTS reactors. I don't watch a lot of reactors. Like I said, I only watch Key of Geebs. Mainly, he's the only one I watch. There's a couple other ones, but I don't want to say too many names or anything like that. Um, have to go sadly. Well, thank you, Mark, for coming. Thank you for the suggestion of doing the music video first and then the explanation. It seemed like everybody preferred that, so thank you for speaking up and saying that. You actually love I concentrating on the music and the video, not acting up. Well, thank you. That makes it a lot easier to make my videos. No, not easier. I'm not gonna lie. I get anxious doing my stuff sometimes. Like when I'm editing, I'm like, wow, I'm just sitting there. Yeah, I'm like, say something, man, say something. But when I'm in the moment, I'll say what I say and whatever. Comment. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm relatable. Just be myself, and folks can relate to it. Yeah. I mean, that's what I've learned now. Like, I'm not asking you guys to be like, feed my ego right now. No, I'm glad that people are resonating with it. Because I don't want to. I'm not going to change the way I'm doing just to get views. It'd be a bummer if everybody was like, "Oh man, I like BTS, but you're kind of boring, so we're gonna leave." I'd be like, "All right, well, see ya." I'm glad that you guys like my style, because it's the only way I know how to do it. So, I don't like over the top reactors and they shout and overreacting. Yeah. The only problem is they're doing it for clout and are just pretending. You can really tell when they're being insecure or insincere. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few reactors I've seen when I was going through Tool people until I eventually found Key of Geebs, and I was like, they're not even listening to this, man. But more power to them. Hey, Tejpal Ranchy. Tegpal. Tejpal? I don't know how to say your name, and it bothers me. Thank you so much for coming in. They are one of my Patreon supporters. I appreciate you coming in to the live. Hope you're having a great day. Sick of reactor saying too much and being distracted. It's annoying when someone talks over the video song and misses stuff. So yeah, I think I touched on this before. The reason why people do that, I'm not saying people are doing that, but the way YouTube's algorithm works. How do I approach this in a nice way without sounding like I'm attacking people? Like I said, I'm not saying people that talk over the music are doing this, but the way YouTube's copyright algorithm works, there has to be about 10 seconds of clear audio for Tej is cool. Or Tej. All right, cool. Thank you. There has to be about 10-ish to 15 seconds of clear audio without something talking over it for YouTube's or AI copyright system to find it and tag it and give you a copyright notice or strike. If your microphone is louder than the music and you talk about every 10 seconds, or if you pause about every 10 seconds, or if you're going, "Oh my God," over the music, and you're not going to get a copyright tag, and then you can make money on it. So I'm not saying that's why people do it, but it is why people do it. Also with the videos, if you know, some people will make the video really hard to see and they'll turn it around, or they're not even showing it. It's because YouTube's algorithm, same thing. It will only find it if it's a clear video and it's being played for longer than like 8 seconds or whatever. So that's why people talk over it and they miss it. They're not like, they're just trying to not get not the algorithm. They're trying not to get the copyright system to tag them. I know a lot of people. Art with Michelle, hello, thanks for coming back in. I know a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, I love the audio quality," and I used to all like bring up like, you should always wear headphones when you listen to my reactions because I work hard on my audio quality. When I capture audio for my reactions, it's straight from the source. I turn up the sound as much as I can to where on my capture stuff, it's like as clear as it can be without staticking out or sounding bad. I capture it in the highest sound quality possible. In editing, I do a couple editing techniques. I don't want to say too much because I looked hard into it. I did a lot of research to having good sound and in surround sound on YouTube. I put all my stuff that way because I love good audio. I want when you hear my reactions, when you put on headphones, the bass sounds the same as it does on the album. But doing that, YouTube's copyright is going to get me every single time because I'm not there to make the money on the reaction. And I'm not saying they are either, but like I'm there to show you either music that I like, I'm trying to break down the lyrics in the best audio quality possible so you can enjoy it, or I'm listening to music that you like that you want me to understand, and I want you to hear it in the best audio quality possible because that's how I would want to hear it. I wouldn't want to watch somebody reacting to something that has really crappy sound quality and you're like, I can barely hear the music, or you're trying to like lip read the music video. Yes, I do use OBS Studio. I do not use SLOBS. Just plain old OBS 27.1 64-bit Windows. It's what I'm using right now to broadcast to you all, actually, is OBS. Hey, J Girl, how's it going? Thanks for coming back in. They comment all the time. Thank you so much for being such a great supporter. They totally missed the lyrics and loss and missed the other important point they're talking about, if that makes sense. Yes. Like I said, they're there to react to the music. Like I said, I don't want to pretend to know what their intent is. But a lot of times when they're talking over it, it's just so copyright on YouTube doesn't get them. So, yeah. You watch my videos every day. Well, thank you so much. That's awesome. But yes, I do use OBS to capture and record all of my stuff. In the settings, I capture in 256 kilobit audio. I try to do lossless, but sometimes you get weird static techniques when you try to capture in lossless. So I capture in the highest quality audio possible, and then I try not to talk too much over it, because if I talk over it, my software will quiet down the music, so I'm not like talking over loud music. It's a setting that I have. Then it takes a second or two for the audio to come back up after I'm done talking. So I try to pause it when I talk, unpause it, play it again, so it's not quiet for a while and you're like waiting for it to get louder. And then I use DaVinci Resolve Pro, the free version, it's like $300 otherwise. I use different audio techniques in there to make it into stereo. Different techniques that I found on YouTube and stuff for audio clarity and certain frequencies to turn up and down for the tone of my voice, because I have a deeper voice. So my compression is around like 4.1 on my voice. I'm getting into all the boring stuff now. But with my job, like I said, I work at an ISP. I'm a maintenance technician. I do a lot with like the radio spectrum, the spectrum of the radio band, and sounds kind of like that. So I know the spectrum well. So I kind of know where on the low spectrum you kind of like shave that off so you don't get a bunch of noise in the background and popping or sounds hollow. The audio shaking sometimes. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have like the best equipment, but I'm hoping to get a better mic one day. But yeah, I just try to get the best audio quality possible for everybody, because that's one thing that bothers me sometimes when I watch other things. It's like I can't hear the music. Would I be interested in listening to some other Korean hip hop? Yes, of course. I will react to anything now. It's like I said, this is not just a BTS channel now or Tool. I'll react to anything. The audio is shaking. It might also be my shaky voice because it's cold in here. Even though I have my heater on, I am cold, so it might also be that. Plus it is super cold out here, so my internet might be a little weird. Hello, SELAN Salandi 3. Thank you. You're a big fan of Epic High and their lyricism. They influenced RM and Suga a lot in their songwriting and are still active to this day. Suga also did a collab with them. Okay. You want to at me at Twitter or put that on one of my videos or on my community tab in one of the comments? That would be great, because it's kind of hard to I can't capture any comments right now. I mean, I can, but it's hard to capture them because I have to screenshot right now and then find it later and remember what you said. So if you want to put that request either on my Twitter, I It's at DestructiveGam7. I can actually drop my link here. It's also in my About tab under my channel here, but I'll get the best equipment soon. Yes. Like I said, my Patreon supporters have been amazing. I'm getting new lighting soon, so my lighting will be better, because right now all I have is a makeup light that clips to your sink, but I clipped it to my desk, and it has a cell phone holder to do your makeup. I use it for a light in here for my lighting, so I'm pretty excited to get new lighting thanks to my Patreon supporters. They were so generous to donate that it's gonna be awesome. Here is my Twitter. If you want to just follow me there, at me there with a request, I take a screenshot and I upload it right to my folder there. I don't get a lot of requests there, so it's a little easier for me to track them there. If you don't want to put it in a comment section, I might lose it. Yes, it was -11 yesterday where I was at, J Girl. Some of my pipes froze this morning. I had to thaw them out, so I didn't have cold water this morning for a while, but we got it going now. No, that's why the stream started late. I was trying to start at 9, but the pipes were froze, so I had to stay in the bathroom and make sure the heater was good. They had to get my kids ready for school, so I didn't get started as soon as I wanted to. I woke up on time and but I was like, oh, I can't brush my teeth or my hair because there's no water. It's fine now. Everything's going now. It's fine. It's fine. But they have songs, albums inspired by Jungian concepts as well. Yep. A lot of Army don't know this as an OG fan of Epic High. Oh, Epic High does. Okay. I see what you're saying. Has Jungian concept. Oh man. So is the Korean culture really into Jungian? Is that like a big thing in their culture? Because I did not know that. Or is that just a thing for people who do hip hop? You are in Illinois, so it gets cold, and your heater's having a hard time keeping up when it's 17. Yeah. I said right now it's 0 degrees Fahrenheit right now here. My furnace has been going nonstop. It's chugging along. But it's the way it is up in Wisconsin. You're an Army, but all my life I was a fan of metal and rock. Do you know Visual Kai bands? Bands like Dion Gray, Cross Japan, and Gazette? No, I don't know those actually. I know a little bit of German metal industrial, but if that's Dion Gray. But no, I don't know them. Good old Wisconsin weather. Yeah, cause I'm right by like Canada and Minnesota too. So right on the shore of Lake Superior, we get that lake effect stuff. It sucks. I don't know why. I live here. Will BTS start recording in the garage? Now look at them. You have to start small. Yes, that's right. They did start recording in their garage. And like I said, I just do this for fun. This is my artistic outlet. This is not my job. I'm not doing this to survive. I love all my Patreon, all my Patreon supporters. Sorry, I do stutter sometimes. Sorry to get words out. And I appreciate you all coming in and donating money. But that's why all of it goes to upgrade the channel. Like I said, I do this for my artistic outlet. If one day this becomes huge and I'm doing reactions, and wonderful. But I do this because I just love doing it. And I'm hoping one day to have the best equipment so I can do what I love with the best equipment to put out the best content for you to watch. Because I care about that. I see every mistake in my video. Every video I put out, to me, is good. It's my baby, but I see everything wrong with it. So I'm always trying to improve that. I'm trying to better audio quality, better video quality, clearer picture, less popping, less echo noise in the background. That's just how I am. So that's what I'm hoping for. Nice to hear some old school names. Green Eye Runner. Oh, all right. You love Much, MUCC, Japanese metal bands. No, I do love anime. one of my best friends is really into anime, and he requested I do a song to Hanakara. I forgot what it's called, but it's from the Tales of Arise video game. And that was really cool Japanese metal. I did the music video, and I don't know what was said, but it was good. It was really good. You're off the Lake Michigan side, Sheboygan. Oh, yeah. Cold as hell down there, too. Yeah, that's why we love you. Regarding Jungin in Korea, I personally think RM and Suga drove this as content for the album because of their influence, interest, in epic high music. That's your personal opinion. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. Hmm. Oh, Japanese metal bands and other stuff. Um, no, like I said, I am open to any other kind of music, any other bands. I used to always say I will react to anything except country, because I'm not a big fan of country or pop. But at this point, that BTS has proved me so wrong. I'll react to anything at this point. I'll give anything a chance. Lots of Army will disagree regarding the epic high influence on BTS, but I see it as a longtime fan. Yeah, I mean it's not uncommon for a very popular band to pull influence from another band. Everybody is influenced by somebody. It's just how it works. I would assume. I don't think there's anybody out there that's just like coming out with no influences in their life and be like, I'm gonna create music like just from this, and I have no influences in my life to pull from or that I'm referencing. That's what artistic people do. They're going to reference and pull ideas and concepts from their favorite works too, and try to expand on them and give their own twist, or even just share. Oh, my audio bitrate is lower. Yes. Yes, the weather is getting to my stream. I just got an alert that says my audio bitrate is low. Oh no. Oh no. Can you hear me? MUCC is pronounced muck, just FYI. Okay, muck. Their music is very interesting and super diverse as well. I'd watch a reaction to them. Okay. Like I said, I would like to kind of put in between my more in-depth reactions, just more lighthearted listening. Not lighthearted, but stuff I don't have to dive as far into. Not that I don't mind diving into anybody. Um, but they're, like I said, for like my Juice World stuff, like I just like to like listen to it. That's it. Yeah, and just see what I get from it, see my thoughts on it. But yeah, agree. Referencing in music is what's called intercontextualism. Intercontextualism in academia. Yeah, okay. Yes, we hear you. Yes, all right. That's probably what that popping in the audio is, so that you're the shaking. Because my audio bitrate it says is lower than my recommended, even though I have it way higher than what it should be. It's because it's cold. It's weird because internet actually works better in the cold. The way radio frequencies work, it works better with lower air pressure and less moisture in the air. Um, I could bore you with stuff about my job forever. But how radio frequencies work in the cold and how internet works and internet carriers and all that good stuff. Um, my audio was bad, then I switched to another carrier that's now better. That's my audio still clear. Sorry, like I said, I work at in ISP, so um, can't say too much because, like I said, they have a really strict social media policy. So um, never knew that. Yeah, actually, the hotter and more moisture is in the air, the more your internet's going to struggle. The way internet at least works in my system is it works on high frequency radio bands. Um, the colder it is, the easier the signal can travel. I work for an ISP. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Um, I know I'm the enemy. No, I fix people's stuff though. All right, I fix things. I am not in sales. Um, Stuff works better. It transmits better in the cold. I shouldn't say works better in the cold. It transmits better. Um, for internet to work has to be within certain ranges. You don't want too much. You don't want too little. It's kind of like when you're in a really crowded room and there's a lot of talking going on. It's hard to hear somebody talking next to you if they're not talking at the same volume as everybody else in the room. So let's say somebody next to you is talking very quietly, but the room is very loud. The person talking next to you is bad internet. That's not enough signal. You can't hear them. Same thing is if they are talking far too loud in a very quiet room, you're not going to exactly hear what they're saying because it's too loud for you to hear. That's what happens in cold weather sometimes is there's too much signal. They have systems in place to fix levels, but those aren't always reliable. So a lot of my job is just fixing levels compared to the temperature outside when our automated system doesn't do it. So, yeah. But that's not all internet systems. Every internet system is built differently. I work for one that uses coax cable, not phone lines or satellite. So the way ours is all, direct link cable connection. Our internet is light. It's actually a light source until it hits the big thing on the pole that we call a node, and it turns that light source into a radio source, and then that radio source back into a light source. That's how internet is so fast. It's moving at almost the speed of light. Fun fact. That's why when you see people open those things, they have all that gear on, because if you look inside there, you're going to blind yourself. Blind yourself with light. More interesting job. It's interesting. Yeah, I have a lot of good stories that I used to do theft prevention, and I go into people's houses and fix things too. And yeah, I've had a lot of I've had people threaten me with guns, and it's crazy. I live in a biggish town. There's over 100,000 people in my town. There's big skyscrapers and stuff. So you meet a lot of really cool people, a lot of interesting people, some people that are kind of scary. But yeah, I do like my job. I've met so many cool people, and I've learned so much about how internet works. And yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for 8 years, and I'm still there, and I still like it. So I mean, I'm actually happy to go back after being injured. So I'm not happy to go work out in the cold, but I'm happy to go back. I mean, it's similar industry, but not. You work for a cloud. Yeah, no names. Exactly. Can't say any names. Accidentally said something once on my Facebook page. I didn't even say the name, but I got talked to. Like nothing bad, but they're like, hey. I'm like, oh, geez, okay, I'm sorry. Yes. Internet service providers, and if you work for a technology company, have very strict social media clauses when you work there. I don't even put my job up on any of my profiles. Before I found BTS, I was obsessed with a band out of Chicago called Rise Against. I know Rise Against. I know them very well. I listen to their music, actually. I know I have co-op internet because I live in a village, so cell phone and internet always drops. Yeah, your town is hidden in the trees and cornfield beans. Yeah, probably runs on phone lines. Um, Twisted Pair is really old. It's hard to transmit data over little pieces of copper. Um, but yeah, so I don't want to bore you with my internet talk. I can talk about work forever, um, but yeah, I mean that's why I do this in my free time. You know, I love music, and this is what I do in my free time to stay sane. um, like it's I love my job, but it's a stressful job. There's a lot of things that I need to stay up to date with. It's a physical job, you know. So this is what I do to stay level. Love of Juice World reactions. Would love to see more. Yes, there's more coming out. I said some stuff came up in the holidays and stuff, so I had to slow down some of my reactions. But I have been dying to hear more of Fighting Demons album. I wanted to hear Rockstar in his prime. I've been avoiding it. Literally, the only songs I've heard off there are Burn and Eminem Speaks, and then another one. And I'm like, I need to hear more of this album. So Juice WRLD reactions are coming out. Those reactions, like I said, there's not as much research into them. I did watch his documentary on HBO, Into the Abyss. Amazing, hard to watch, but amazing. So I've done a lot of research on him, and I think I can pull those videos together a lot quicker, just from what I know, and then reading his lyrics. Does genre affect your reactions to lyrics? I guess it used to, because I would never do like pop songs, 'cause I just assumed the lyrics were very shallow. Um, but no, I don't think so. I try not to let it affect my reaction. I try to be a blank slate and try to come at it with no preconceptions, but that's hard to do. Um, I came at BTS that way. I assumed they were like a pop band, and I know that's not right, but they were like a boy band, pop band, and I did not expect to even care about the lyrics. When I first reacted to them, I was there just to like, I was like, well, I assume their music is catchy, and they probably have really good dancing and stuff. So I'm just gonna look at that. Then the comments came in. They're like, no, the lyrics, and then it's like, oh, okay. So maybe I should try to think more about that. Um, so I'm trying not to let that happen again. I'm trying to just listen to something new and have a open mind to it and think about the lyrics, no matter the genre, if it's country or whatever, or even if the lyrics seem shallow to me at the time. Maybe that's just the surface meaning and I'm not catching the other meaning behind it. But it's hard to do. Um, you know, I grew up listening to rock and metal, and part of that culture too is like pop music sucks, man. And like I don't know, that's just the way it was, and it's not a great way of thinking. And I guess it's kind of an elitist attitude, and it's unfortunate that that's out there, and it's unfortunate I thought that way for so long. Because I did. I believed I said it in my BTS live reaction, or Festival Live, or when I first did my Juice WRLD reaction with Suga. I was like, wow, that was a lot different than I thought. And people were like, well, yeah. Um, so, yeah, I'm trying not to have that anymore. I'm trying not to let genre affect my reaction to the lyrics. But I'm sure it will. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You have to go. Glad you made it to this live. Have a great day and stay warm. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, don't worry. My house is nice and warm now. I got the heater. It's just cold in my office because my office is like up in the corner. But no, I got the heat blasting up. My dog's probably laid out on my bed, just like, oh, it's so warm. Cat's probably laying in my living room on a chair, laid out. Just we turned the heat up to like 70. Thank you for coming in, Rachel. Thank you so much. Same in this house. The guys have been learning about BTS a lot in the past year. Bet, I bet my uncle loved it. I bet you he loved hearing about it at first. Um, yeah, I've been actually like doing that with my friends. Um, I have a couple of friends on the internet and stuff, and I'm like, BTS. And then my wife and stuff too. I'm like, BTS, and she's like, oh, okay. Um, Yes, I agreed. Or yes, agreed. I grew up with some elitist views on pop as well, coming from the alternative music subcultures. Yes. Do you like Slayer? It's mandatory. Yeah. I like their songs, but I'm not like I don't know a bunch of their songs to say I'm a huge Slayer fan. But the songs I've heard I do like. But no, going into that elitist attitude of metal, there's for me it was like metal music, its composition is the closest to classical music. They're composed the same way. So my thinking was, well, metal then is real music because it's the closest to classical music, and everything else is manufactured, which is unfortunate thinking, and I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore. If I want to suggest an epic high reaction sometime, where should I do it? Just comment the comment section of any video. I will screenshot it. If you see me put a heart on it, that means I saw it. I can't comment on all the videos or all the comments. Sorry, I can't reply to all the comments because there's hundreds and hundreds. But I do read every single one. I put a heart on every single one that I read, unless they're rude or something or I don't agree with them. Then I kind of just I've read them. But yes, you can put in any video, or you can go to my community tab on my channel here, and you can put it in a post on any post there, or you can at me on Twitter. I did put my Twitter link somewhere in here. BTS is the only pop band I listen to, largely because I do find a lot of Western artists' lyrics are quite shallow. Normally I listen to rock, metal, and musical. Yes, the unfortunate part is, at least over here in the US, a lot of pop artists don't write their own things. It's all ghostwriters, and they perform the song because they're good at singing. There's no, they didn't write it. They may have a connection to the lyrics, and that's why they picked it, but they did not write it. That's a lot of pop over here, unfortunately. But no, I actually got my kids the other day. We were listening to outro tier actually. Zumba 1203 cried while watching your outro tier reaction. Made you, well, thank you for subscribing, and I'm sorry I made you cry. No, I was driving into town with my kids the other day, and they know I've been doing BTS stuff, and they don't know anything about BTS. So we were driving in the car, and my kids were zoning out, and I put on outro tier, and then I kind of saw them bobbing to it, like, they're jamming to it, and then the song was done, and then I'm like, do you know who that was? Because it's a common thing in my car. We listen to rap and rock, and I ask my kids, like, do you know who that was? Do you know what the song's about? And my oldest son's like, no, who was that? And I'm like, that was BTS. And he was like, really? I'm like, yep. I'm like, that was one of the songs that I did a reaction to. And he is like, wow, that was pretty good. And my youngest was, he's 5, and he's like, yeah, I thought that was good too. So at least my kids liked outro tier. My wife did like it too. But so I've also been showing people BTS, slipping it in, like, hey, did you like that song? That was BTS. They're like, what? Yep. I approached it from the ARMY fan base and all that they have done and do. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Laura. I don't want to say too much about where you're coming from, but yeah, my aunt, the fan base has helped her a lot, and I'm glad that I just love like the ARMY fan base because they help my aunt. How awesome is that? I wish my husband would get into it with me, but he's a country music guy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of country. I listened to it when I was a kid, like Garth Brooks and stuff. Well, because my grandma was into country music. There's some good stuff, I guess, if it's older. But yeah, it's unfortunate that they won't kind of open up their mind and at least listen to something else and give it a chance. I'll give it a thought, make a recommendation. Sometimes don't have Twitter, but yeah. Like I said, you can just put it on my community tab right here on YouTube. It's just like a Twitter feed, except it's on YouTube. So feel free to comment on any video with anything. A family with taste. Yeah. Yeah, no, I come from a family that loves music. My grandma was really into music. Her whole room was full of records and tapes and albums and posters and yeah, she was really into Elvis and Alabama and stuff like that. So I gotta go. Nice chatting with you. See you around. Drop new videos. Good luck in return to work. And greetings from Cape Town, South Africa. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. The cart to I don't want to screw up your name, but thank you so much for coming in. Um, my daughter and I blads Dejita and the ciphers, and my husband just shakes his head. Nice, nice. I think you like Born Singer, which is a remake of Born Sinner from J. Cole. Okay, cool. Yeah, J. Cole, man, he's so weird. Like the background he has in the music industry and the people he's like connected to make music and the things he's been behind. J. Cole is he is very influential, and it's weird people don't talk about him more. Start of a baby army starting to spread the BTS music around. Yeah, right. Last thing is like, the cool part about kids is they're open to anything. Like, my kids love Taylor Swift because my wife jams to that a lot. They love 21 Pilots because we jam to that. Also, NF, he's a rapper. My son loves NF. They like Juice World. I know some people probably say I shouldn't let my kids listen to it, but I do. And like, they'll be a fan of anything if it sounds good to them. If it sounds good to their ears, they'll like it. They don't care the genre. They don't like my heavier stuff. I'm not gonna lie. They're not a huge fan of Tool just because the songs are so long. Because Tool songs are usually like 11 minutes long, and they're like, "Dad, the song is so long." I know. I'm sorry, but yeah. I think it's like I said, I grew up. My mom would always jam to like the Eagles and Eric Clapton and Queen. She also liked country. My dad was into rock and country, and my uncle, who is my aunt's husband here, he was into rock and metal and 80s hair metal, and then I was into grunge, and so like I've heard a lot of genres of music, but I'm only a fan of a few. But I do like artists in other genres, even though it's country or this or that, because I can respect at least their talent when I see it, even if it's not my style of music. It's a lot more than I could ever do, and it's a lot more talent than I have. And if it's good music and good writing, I try to appreciate it no matter what. I don't always succeed, unfortunately, but also been introducing my 8-year-old daughter to some songs. So far, she finds Weird Al Yankovic entertaining. Have you shown her Foil yet? Aluminum foil. I love Weird Al. I had a friend in 6th grade, Josh. He had a Weird Al Yankovic CD, and we would listen to it all the time. It was the one that had the Star Wars song. That was the American Pie like ripoff. We probably heard it nonstop, and then we would hear the older stuff like Eat It, and yeah, I love Weird Al. I showed my kids Foil, and they were like, "What is this, Dad?" They laughed, but yeah. 21 Pilots and NF are amazing. NF, if you don't know, he is an amazing, amazing rapper. He started off as a Christian rapper. He still, is a Christian rapper, but it's not like super preachy. He sings a lot about depression and anxiety. His album Therapy Session is amazing. Yeah, great just writer and artist. And 21 Pilots, they are crazy. That's a band where every song is a different genre. They're pop, They are rock. They are this. They have different genres of music in one song. 21 Pilots is amazing. I would love to see them live, but I don't know if I have the energy to see them because they get really pumped up. But if you don't know 21 Pilots, definitely look them up. They are amazing, amazing. You have to be in a darker mood for NF. Yeah, he sings about hard emotions and hard thoughts, and you don't listen to his stuff to feel happy. You will, but he sings about real stuff. It's called, his whole thing is real music. NF real music. He says some stuff that people don't like talking about, and he'll put it in a song, and it's amazing. His album, what album is it? I need to look it up now on my phone here. Thank God I have it up. NF, his album, The Search is amazing. The artwork has balloons that cover his face, and he references it a lot. It's kind of like his social mask. He's hiding behind happiness, balloons. Yeah, it's a very good album. Then Therapy Session is a very hard album to listen to. He talks about abuse that he had when he was a kid, like his dad hitting him, beating him up, and hard stuff to listen to. But it can be like therapy. It's it can make you understand where people are coming from sometimes. It can make you feel better about certain things, just knowing somebody else is going through it. Yeah, he's a very good artist that doesn't get the recognition he deserves, for sure. Like Zumba said. Have you ever listened to Avantasia? No, I have not. To get my son to listen to BTS, I had to send my son the rock version of Fake Love. Oh, whatever you got to do. Weird Al's You Don't Love Me Anymore is like her version of Baby Shark. Oh, God. I need to listen to Tool again because it's been so many years since I heard them. Schism is a very good song. Schism is also very weird if you look through it through the eyes of tragedies that can happen in the world. It's kind of hard to know what that song is about, but if you view it in the thought or the mindset of a horrible tragedy that happens in any country, it's kind of what I think they're singing about, because it's always like there's a reaction after something happens. There's no they don't make sure something doesn't happen, but then when something does happen, there's always a reaction, and it's like, well, this could have been helped. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because that's just my own interpretation of it. There's a lot of interpretations of Schism, and their music video for that is crazy. Like I said, the guitarist for Tool actually did the special effects for Terminator 2. He's a practical effects genius, so he does a lot of their music videos as well, which is really cool. Mansion is your favorite song by NF. How he breaks down every room in his house is is in his mind. So yeah, the song by NF, Mansion, like Zumba said, it's the mansion is his mind, and there's rooms that he doesn't go into, but he goes in during the song, and then he references in the song I let fear in years ago, thinking it would protect me, and now it won't leave, and it's killing. It's just the way he references emotions and things in his music is amazing. I strongly recommend NF, but you have to be in a certain mood. If you are in a good mood, you are going to be a little depressed after hearing NF, maybe. Because he makes you go places that are hard to go to. But amazing places. Heathens. That is a very good song. They did it. 21 Pilots did that for the Suicide Squad movie. I am a big fan of Blurryface, that whole entire album. And then March to the Sea by 21 Pilots is an amazing song. It's kind of like society marching on a beach to, like, everybody thinks you have to be a certain way in this world. Like, you have to march to the beat of what everybody else is doing. And in the song, it's like that's people marching on the beach to the ocean, because that's what everybody else does. And like, he's a person walking in the line that looks up and sees something different and wants to step out of the line. And people are like, no, you don't get to step out of the line. And March of the Sea is about that. 21 Pilots they have amazing writing as well. Especially their earlier works were really esoteric and stuff like that. Not that they're more radio friendly now, but yeah, their earlier stuff is really, really good. Seeing your last NF oh yeah, that's right, I did it in NF reaction. I forgot I did that. NF, yeah, that was one of my favorites. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't have a ton of videos, but like, I kind of forget what I say in some of my videos sometimes, and forget that I'm like, oh yeah, I did a reaction to that. That's where I've found that song before. Durr. The balloons signify his burdens. Yep. Hold on my balloons and cover up my face. Fear got comfortable and settled in. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Very, very good writing. My wife loves NF. When I first heard him, I think she's one that introduced me to him because he came on her playlist. And then I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then my kids heard me listening to it when I was doing dishes one time or something. And my son's like, this is amazing. Who is this? And he will actually turn on NF when he cleans his room and stuff. It's funny. Like, he has no idea what he's saying, but he must relate to it somehow. So, Deserved's version of Sound of Silence, yes, I love that performance. Somebody asked me to do a reaction to it. I've seen that. I've seen them on Conan doing Sound of Silence, and it's amazing. It's breathtaking. I've seen them performing elsewhere, so unfortunately, it's not a reaction I can do. I said I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I've never seen anything. I've seen it. I saw it when it happened. I watched Conan that night to see Disturbed perform that song because I am a fan. And when I saw it live, I was like, oh my God, this is legendary. And it's all over the internet still. So yes, I have heard it. I know it's blasphemy, but I prefer it over the original. That's just me though. That's just me. But yeah, his voice was like pitch perfect in that performance, which that's why I love Conan. I feel like he always had better live performances and musical guests on than most late night talk show people did. At least for me as a rock fan. I mean, he had like Slipknot on, System of a Down. He had on Disturbed. He had on like a lot of rock people Conan would have on. You didn't see that on Leno or Letterman or Craig Ferguson or whoever was on when I was a kid. You didn't see that ever. And Conan did that, and that's why I watched a lot of Conan when I was a kid. Plus I thought he was way funnier than other late night people. And then when he started doing the Clueless Gamer, I was like, yeah, I love Conan because I'm huge into gaming. You would love to watch it live in real time. Yeah, it was crazy. I stayed up late and I had to go to school the next day from what I remember or something. I was really tired the next day, but it was worth it. Yeah, it was one of those things where it's just like, you knew you were seeing something good. And it's like, I knew the performance would be good because I've seen videos of them live before on the internet. They take forever to download, but off of like LimeWire. I'm that old. But I knew it, so I knew it would be good. But holy man, when I watched it, I was like, he is hitting notes I did not know he could hit. I know he's also a trained classical singer. David Draymond, yeah, David Draymond, something like that. He is a classically trained singer, and he can hit those notes. But oh my god, live, it was like watching an opera. I wish I could have been in the audience. Like, I would love to see Conan's face too. I wish they would have cut to Conan because I know he is a lover of like classic rock and good music. I bet you his face was just like, oh my god, like this is happening on my show, you know? Yeah, if you haven't seen it, look it up. Uh, it is an amazing live performance that they did. Um, but to plug one of my own videos, if you love live performances, I did plug my Juice WRLD one yesterday that he did on Jimmy Kimmel. But rock music, I did a reaction to Tool Sober live that they did in like 1992 or 1993. It is one of the best performances Tool has probably done, besides their Numa performance that I also did a reaction to. I did a reaction to the live one, which I had seen that before, but I was breaking down the lyrics in the live version. I put the lyrics on screen so you can understand what Maynard is singing. But Maynard's performance in Sober live that I did a reaction to is breathtaking. The song is about drug use. It's called Sober. And he's like, why can't we not be sober? I'm pretty sure he's twacked out of his mind because his pupils are like this big and he's just flipping out. But he is perfect. The notes he hits and like the emotions he's putting out is like, it gives you chills. I've watched other people react to it that sing, like that are professional singers, and they say the posture that he's in, because he's like crouching down and he has his back curled up like he's like high on drugs, but he's like hitting these high screaming notes that these opera or like classically trained like people are like, I don't know how he's hitting that note without standing up straight and like getting a breath full of air. Like, how is he hitting that note when he's crouched over and singing? Like, it's a performance you have to see. If you're not gonna watch my reaction to it, just watch that performance. I mean, it will give you chills. I've probably seen it 100 times. But no, I put the lyrics on screen. A lot of people don't know. I got a lot of crap and they're like, he didn't say this. He says this in the album version. Yes, he does say that. But yeah, LimeWire and Napster. But what a lot of people don't know, if you weren't around in that time, rock bands especially, when they perform live in outdoor venues or even in indoor venues, they weren't allowed to say certain words. They weren't allowed to swear sometimes. They weren't allowed to say certain things that I'm kind of not even allowed to say on YouTube, about like sexual things. So without getting fines, Tool used to get fines performing live when they would swear. So they would sometimes have to change around their lyrics a bit when they would sing live to not like get arrested after the show, which did happen. So the live version is a little different than the album version. So I did the lyrics myself. I think I made a couple of mistakes, but also Sober has been a song of Maynard's for probably 12 years before that. It was a song he wrote with his previous band that had completely different like lyrics but the same meaning, and then it's changed over time, and then it became the Tool song that we know now as Sober. But live he will sing different parts of it from the older version, and this was performed in 92 where it just became a big Tool song. So there are different parts in it because Sober has been around forever. So he does sing certain different parts than he does in the album version, which I thought was really interesting. So that's why I ended up doing the reaction to it because I wanted people to see it. I hadn't seen it, and I wanted to put it out there like, Sober's been around for a long time. Here's the lyrics on it. It's not always the same as the album version, especially back in the 90s. Lots of artists had to censor themselves live. That's quite restrictive. I never knew they could find. Yes, in the US at least, there's a lot of towns and states, especially southern ones, that, if you said certain things or you did certain things on stage, especially Tool, because of Anima and the way of Carl Jung, Maynard would sometimes dress up in women's wigs and lingerie, and he would be dressed as a woman, but with very tight-fitting lacy underwear. Let's say that. You saw a lot. So he would sometimes, like, they would get arrested after shows or threaten to get arrested for, like, indecent exposure. They have a song called Opiate, from their first CD, Tool does, that is highly critical of the Catholic religion. And there's some lyrics in that song, because Maynard's not a fan of the Catholic Church. Like, he hates them. He hates the Catholic Church. Not Christianity, but the Catholic Church. So Opiate is a critical song of the Catholic Church. And if you've heard the lyrics, they didn't get to perform that live. They would have gotten in big trouble. They would have gotten fined. People would have, been after them. Groups over here would have been after them, especially back in the 90s. Tool actually has a song on their very first album called, I think it's called Sweat. I'm going to have to look it up here. But in the album, he says, I can't say what I want to, even if I'm not serious. Because way back in the day, in the 90s, American politicians, with the rise of rap music and rock, were trying to censor them. They put little stickers on the CD saying there's advisory content, there's bad content in this CD. They wouldn't let them release some songs. They wouldn't let them go to some certain towns, especially if they were critical of religion, especially if they were certain colors, unfortunately. So Tool has a song, I think it's called Sweat or something like that, but it's a whole song like critical of the US government, how they're trying to censor music, especially back in the 1990s. Because he says a bunch of like horrible stuff, like, you should go blah 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 yourself, and he's like, and even though I'm not serious saying this, I'm not allowed to say it on my own album because I'm gonna get censored. So a Tool and who was it? It was another big hip hop artist, but Tool and another hip hop guy, they went to Congress in the 90s and talked to like Tipper Gore and them about freedom of speech and music in this country. And they're the reason why they can say whatever they want to now on music. I mean, like, in the 90s, half the stuff that's said now would have been like, what are they saying? Like the song WAP, that would have never came out in the 90s. It would have been like, people's heads would have exploded, man. It's crazy. But yeah, it was quite restrictive over here. Not so much anymore. People don't get fined for saying things live. Here and there, some towns, if you do some certain things, you might get in trouble for it. But usually it's kind of like it is what it is now. So you saw Eminem live in the UK, and he dropped his pants and showed his bare ass to the crowd. Wonder if he got in trouble for that. He might have gotten indecent exposure, but I'm sure he paid the fine. He was fine. Over here, yeah, you might get in a little bit of trouble. Not horrible. Can't believe you missed a J-Rock discussion, but listening to you talk about Tool, because he liking Dear Andre, especially the lives. Somebody just talked about that, actually. Muck and all that. That's funny. Excited for the Tool BTS breakdown. I know lots of people are. I'm excited that people are excited about it. Thanks for the music history lesson. Yeah, I'm old. No, no, I remember growing up in that, and when you went to go buy a CD, the good ones were the ones that had the stickers on them, like, ooh, parental advisory, explicit content. I want this CD. Um, it did not work the way the U.S. government intended it to work, because my mom didn't care. She didn't care if there was swearing in anything I watched or listened to, because it's art. It doesn't matter. I could watch R-rated movies when I was a kid, as long as it wasn't too scary and gave me nightmares. I could listen to anything. I played games I wanted to. My mom never cared if there was a parental advisory sticker on it. She was more annoyed that she had to come into the store with me to buy it for me. She's just like, I don't care. Like, just buy it. I'm like, well, I can't because I need you in there. Because that came out in like the 90s too. You used to be able to buy whatever you wanted at whatever age you were. And then they required an ID for certain CDs. You had to be 18 to buy them. And I remember my mom was so annoyed. She's like, I have to go in there and buy you a CD. I'm like, yeah, because I guess there's bad content in it. And it was an Adam Sandler CD. And she's like, that's so stupid. And I remember her like complaining to the cashier. Like, yeah, it was funny. Oh, Tina, hello, one of my Patreon supporters. Thank you. Just popped in during your lunch. Can't stay long. We'll listen. Well, yes, this will be up at any time. I'm probably going to be ending the live here pretty soon. We've been live for almost 2 hours now. I just noticed that. 2 hours. Holy crap! Time flew. I love talking to everybody here. Like the past 2 weeks, the support you guys have shown me. It's been awesome. It's been like heartwarming. Just to talk to you all. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, I think that's kind of like all I really had to say. With the updates and stuff. I know I just did one of these Tuesday for a previous time zone. I wanted to go live for my other audiences in different time zones. So this was kind of a repeat that was said on Tuesday. There hasn't been too many updates. After I'm done going live here, I'm going to eat some food and I'm going to do some recording. So, look forward to some videos coming out in the next day or two, because I'm going to be recording today. But used to love going to the shop each week and buying Korn's new albums or Linkin Park's new Yeah, I am actually 34 as well. I'm going to be turning 35 this year. And there's nothing better than going to your local music store and just seeing like the new albums and the artwork and like the cool new posters they'd have and the things that you would turn. Just like the cool merch that they would have, like keychains and stickers and all the old like magazines, like Revolver magazine that would have like spreads on the band, and they would do interviews and you could read the interviews on the band. You'd be sitting in the store reading the thing, and they're like, you're gonna buy that magazine? Like, I'm just reading the interview. It's just a couple pages. I don't want the whole thing. But yeah, sadly gotta go. It's early morning here, gotta sleep. Took some notes of Tool songs I'll be listening to later. Excited for Tool. Yeah, it's actually snowing here too, Dean. I think it's snowing. It's really cold here. But no, like I said, this will be up later, so you can watch it anytime. I'm gonna try to do these weekly at different times throughout the day. Try and go live in an afternoon sometime. The problem with that is, my kids get home from school at 4. And then I spend time with them and we cook dinner. I hang out with my wife when she's done with work and stuff. So I don't really have time to go live and stuff like that. Unless my family is like doing their own thing and we're all like ignoring, each other. So the lives would probably be mainly in the mornings, maybe every once in a while on like a night on the weekends, maybe, if I can swing it. But I appreciate everybody that came into the live now. I'm going to wrap it up here. We've been live for quite a while. I do need to go eat some lunch myself, and I want to get some recording done today as well. But if you have any other questions for me that you didn't ask today, or you just, missed it, feel free to ask on my community tab. I'm going to have a thing up there. I'm going to try to post a couple days before I go live and just be like, hey, do you have questions for me? And we can post questions there. And we get a spoiler. I'll just say it's hip hop. Yeah, it's hip hop. I'll say that. But speaking of that, I do give a thumbnail preview to my Patreon supporters. I don't do it to be like, join my Patreon. I'm doing it because a lot of people just joined it and they went right to the top tier, which was amazing. So I do it more to just like as a thank you to them. I'm not trying to like lock up my content behind a paywall or anything. It's just more of like an appreciation to the people that have paid. So I mean, you can join my Patreon if you want to see a thumbnail preview. It unlocks at the lowest tier. Higher tiers unlock other things, but it is going to be a hip hop reaction. I won't say what though. But yeah, I'm going to end it here because I want to do some recording. I want to get some stuff done today. I do got to do some stuff around my house. It is Friday, so my kids are going to be home all weekend. So I kind of want to get some stuff done before they're home all weekend and stuff like that. But I want to thank you guys all for coming in. Like I said, if you have any questions you forgot to ask me today, or if you think of some later on, I'm going to try to put a post up in my community tab for my next live and say if you have any, thing you want to say, post it down here and I'll read it on my next live. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys just all take care of yourself, take care of others, take it easy.